So let's get to the talkbacks. How about that? Did you have a favorite? We have 5 here.
No, not really.
Okay, well, let's start with this. This says, why wasn't this explained to me?
No.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Hey, I had called one time. I'm listening to the Elvis Duran podcast or guest, and I had called one time right after all of this big political stuff, and you guys had an advertisement for Amazon or Target or something, and I was like, why are you guys still doing that? And the text back to me was for me to get a life. If it was explained to me why we're down the middle, that would have been better than insulting me.
I agree.
I kind of feel bad. I don't know, but I kind of feel bad because I laughed at first. But it's like, oh, yeah, yeah. You know what? I don't think people realize that, like, number one, no, it wasn't me who responded to that. But I don't think
I want to know
people...
what the comment was, too. Like, what did you say
exactly.
to us? Because usually if somebody snaps like that, something shitty was said to us. Mm-hmm. But she seems fairly reasonable. So
yes.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I just think people don't realize that they're not the only one texting something in. And a lot of the times things are addressed by the time you do text in because a lot of people don't listen to the full 4 hours of the show. So she probably was like the 8,000th person who texted in. And
who do we think sent that text back? If we had to guess.
I don't know. Because
there are a couple people who will pop off at people.
Mm-hmm.
I will make it very clear if it came from me. Mm-hmm. Because I don't want anyone else catching shit for something that I would say. Mm-hmm. But 2, I want you to know it was me. Like in Game of Thrones. Tell her it was me.
Also, it depends on what year this happened.
Oh, that's right. Because there are people who used to frame you.
Yes.
Because Diamond was, in the beginning, kind of like the only person who would text people back. And then every now and then, someone else on the show would text a person. And it would be something snarky. And they'd be like, thanks a lot, Diamond. And there would be no correction. Hilarious.
It's like when there was a good thing that I was quote unquote blamed for or people wanted to give me credit for and it wasn't me, it would be like, no, it wasn't Diamond, it's me. And then when it was like something shitty, literally crickets. I'm like, okay.
It's the way of the world.
YOLO.
The way of the world.
Yeah, get it out. Get the pollen out.
I hope you're happy. My guess, if somebody wrote back, get a life, I could see it coming from Nate, from Elvis, from Froggy. That might be it. Because Scary's way too verbose to just write get a life. It would be like a whole paragraph of something.
Yeah. Scary has started responding to people a lot lately.
Has he?
Yeah.
Because now we can see who responded to something.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And I'm like, I see him like staring at the wrong screen. Like he's usually staring at another screen. So if I see him staring at one specific screen, I'm like, oh, he's responding to someone.
Okay. So I hope that gave you an answer. Also, yes, it would be nice if we could have explained it to you. But to Diamond's point, the amount of text messages we get and the amount of things we would have to explain, especially if somebody misspoke, if somebody said something by accident they didn't mean, like, we will get filleted for it. And that can also just get very frustrating at some point. And we are human too. People snap. I'm sorry, though, that somebody said that to you. And I'm glad that you're still listening to us. And we'll try to get to the bottom of it. But I don't know if we can. You'll have to give us a year and the context.
Yeah.
And like your comment.
And let me say this. If anyone ever responds, Google is free, it definitely came from me. Because I always tell people that.
It is kind of funny because it takes the same amount of energy to text us as it would to just put it into Google and find that out. Okay. Oh, I enjoy you. I like that one.
Gandhi, I enjoy listening to you every morning on the Elvis Duran show.
That's
I love
nice.
the sauce on the side. I think you are an authentic person, and there aren't enough of people like you in the world. But
I agree.
Bless you. I'm so glad you are where you are, and continued success.
Nope.
Oh.
Well, whatever the rest of it was, I'm sure it was going to be very nice. Thank you.
That was sweet.
Miss whoever you are. You didn't give us a name, but that was really, really nice. And you're the one person that would say they enjoy me. Thank you.
Bless you, and you didn't sneeze.
I know. I'm going too soon, I'm sure, because of the plague you've given me. All right. Oh, I don't know what this is going to be. It just says you deserve.
Oh.
Get eaten by bears? Is this the bear guy?
Oh, God.
Let's see.
Hope not.
Hearing you talk about how you didn't think you were going to get the job at the Elvis Duran morning show and your first day there, sitting in on the show, and then getting the phone call from Elvis. I'm so happy for you, girl. You deserve the best fucking shit in the world.
Why is everyone being nice?
I don't know. There were
sick?
only a few today, too.
Oh, wow. That was nice. And you didn't leave your name
really
either, but thank you.
nice.
That's incredibly kind of you. All right. We'll do 2 more. What does this say?
Hi, Gandhi and Diamond. This is Jordan from Seattle.
Hi, Jordan.
I usually listen on Spotify, but after this episode with Elvis, I ran to the Talkbacks. Because one of the things that you guys said was, how would you describe the show? And this is my opinion, but it is a group of friends and family who are a bunch of assholes who make fun of each other, but at the end of the day, we are all laughing at a stupid fart dick joke because we love each other.
That is a good way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
I will put that into my notes if someone asks me to describe the show in the future. A bunch of assholes laughing at fart dick jokes. Good stuff. Okay, another question.
Oh, God.
Hey, ladies, it's Jordan from Seattle again.
She's back.
I do apologize for the part 2, but this episode was just so beautiful that kind of sparked a question I hope maybe you guys could answer. At any point in your radio career, did you feel that you started to conform to an idea or image that was not you? And when did you recognize that / overcome and beat the man to be the strong, powerful women that you are today? Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys. You have a beautiful day.
Oh, I'm not sure how to answer that question. What do you think?
I don't think I'm there yet.
I don't think I'm there yet either. She said to defeat the man. We have not.
At all.
We've been beaten.
Being down to the ground.
Beaten, but I think that we're just so like non-threatening that quote unquote the man just lets us go and like do whatever we do. And I'm not talking about Elvis. I'm talking about like above that.
They're like these little girls.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Just out here yelling about things, shaking their fists at the sky, talking about getting eaten by bears. I don't know that we've necessarily like beaten the man. At some point, it is a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Once we do it, I'm not sure what to do from there. So, we should plan. But as far as like being a different person, for sure. When I first started, I was really told, and this isn't like a woe is me thing at all, because everything's a learning experience. But I was told that essentially everything about me, from my worldview to my ethnic background to the way I looked to my sense of humor and my interests, it was just not interesting to other people. I was boring. I was outside of, the mainframe of what people wanted, mainstream, I guess I should say. And I remember specifically one time a guy saying to me, all these things that you say and you talk about, people just aren't interested. Like, you see the world through your lens and it's just you. You're the only one that sees it that way, which is fair. I think that's probably applicable to all of us about any lens. Mm-hmm. It's just us. Like, yes. But he was very specific about blonde-haired, blue-eyed women who like makeup and designer clothes being the thing. That is what we want to focus on. Those are the women that we promote and that we want to highlight. Mm-hmm. Whereas you're kind of just a dorky brown girl. And I was like, okay. And it didn't even devastate me at all, because I was kind of like, oh, well, if that's the thing that's never going to get me anywhere, literally just me being me, okay, so be it. Like, that's okay. And I tried for a little bit to like be a little more girly and act like I cared about stuff, and it was so fake. It didn't work at all. And I just gave up on it. And as soon as I quit being that way and trying to be this thing that he was trying to like push me into, that's when every opportunity opened up for me. And I wish I would have known that sooner. Mm-hmm. And I wish I would have been a little more confident in my own skin and said, okay, so you don't like it and that's just you. Mm-hmm. There are a bunch of other people who might, or other people who feel underrepresented that I am now representing, because you guys have decided we're not going to represent all these people. We're only going to represent the blonde hair, blue-eyed, I want a designer purse girls. Mm-hmm. I just wish I would have known that sooner, because it's been very freeing. And the more I've grown in my career, the more these dudes, and I will say this, everyone wants to like, talk shit to old white guys, and there are a bunch of them that piss me off for sure. Mm-hmm. But in my career, the guys who have, or people I should say, who have like extended their hand to pull me through a door were all old white guys. And they were like, do you? And the more I grew, the more those white guys were like, I'm tickled by this. Be you. Whatever this weird
you're
shit
a lunatic.
is. Yeah.
You're crazy.
Whatever this weird shit is, I applaud it. Bring it out a little more. And Elvis is like definitely the champion of that. He doesn't care. Maddie in Boston.
Crazy.
Maddie in Boston was like, you are a fucking weirdo. I love this. And I was like, good. Lean into the weird, everybody. I think that's important. And what about you?
I think I'm not sure if this is a good thing. I've gotten to this point where like I used to care so much about things and now I really don't. And I feel like sometimes I have to like, huh?
I think that's a trick.
Well, sometimes I have to like talk to myself like in my head. I'm like, Diamond, you should really care about this. There are a lot of things that I just don't care about anymore. And it's like, okay, I come to work. I do what I need to do. But as far as like killing myself for certain things, I don't care. I don't give a fuck anymore. And it's bad because like you should care, right? But
so
like,
jaded.
I'm like, all right, like there are real life things that are going on in the world that I should care about more.
Kim, children are dying.
Literally. Like, you know, there are people who are starving right outside of our building. Yeah. Like I should care more about that than like, I don't know. I forgot to stop the recording once the show was over. Years ago, if somebody pointed out something that I did wrong, I would probably go home and cry. Now I'm like, okay, anyway. Like,
but did you die?
Yeah, literally. It's not like, is somebody going to die because the computer there's no more storage left or like whatever, or because a call drops? No.
Man. That's a good thing. And I do genuinely believe in life in general, the fewer fucks you give about something, probably the better you're going to be. But it's really important it's really important to figure out what is actually worth giving a fuck about and what's not. Because you can't just not give a fuck about everything.
Right.
Which is kind of like the position we're all in now. And everyone just stopped and it became that's going to be somebody else's job, which we talked about this on the show one day. But apparently that's like the precursor to the downfall of any civilization. Someone else will do it. And we're in this position right now where there's a lot of like someone else will do it. And I don't want to be that. And you know me, there are times where I think people around here see me coming down the hallway and everyone just goes into their studios like, here she comes. She's going to tell me I did something wrong.
She's insane.
The lunatic of this building. But I think quality should still exist. We should still care about the product that we're putting out. Yes, if you let something record a little bit longer, not the end of the world. But also I do want someone to care if a promo isn't correct or if we have the wrong signage on something. I think people should care about these things, but you have to find that balance. Where we find it, I don't know. Clearly I don't have it.
I don't know. I'll find it.
I feel like nobody would ever say that I'm like anal retentive or like, you know, super hardcore. But in some capacities, I know I am. Well, I used to think people would never say that. Now I realize that some people do say it. But, you know, we do this community cook thing. And I'm always like, potato duty. That is what I do. I make the potatoes. So we cut them up. And I left the area to do something. And I went and was like seasoning all these other things. And I get this batch of potatoes and I looked at it and I was like, who the fuck cut these? Because they're not even kind of consistent in size or shape. Like, how do you expect these potatoes to cook all the way through when they're completely different sizes? The little ones are going to get burnt. The big ones are not going to cook at all. Give me a knife because now I'm going back through and I'm cutting them down smaller. And Andrew goes, that was me. And then I felt really bad and I was like, shit. I do it to him at work too. I was like, it's fine.
Poor
it's
Andrew.
okay.
Sometimes he needs a little kick in the ass.
I was like, you know what, buddy? It's fine. Just give me the knife and I'm just going to go ahead and do this on my own. And we will take care of it. And I'm so sorry that I even brought this up. And then I thought, this is a community cook. We're cooking for homeless people. And I'm worried about the size of the potato because I need the quality to just be top tier. Get a life, girl.